Welcome, YouTubers, to a very early morning to making a video. I am Church the Invincible Lincoln, making a video after God knows how many months, and I apologize for the 10 to 20 of you that actually do watch my videos. Work and personal life issues, I'm sure some of you can agree to that, but I do tend to getting back to making the videos, and the whole underrated thing, it's pretty much over, so I'm gonna start reviewing up-to-date recently released PS4 games, giving my 2 cents, despite the fact that, you know, it's already been done, it's already been said, but I happen to pinpoint out some of the things that others neglect to mention or justify it when it's not appropriate. Other than that, this is Metal Gear Solid, the good and the bad. As I, of course, titled it. Now, the thing about this is that it is the best Metal Gear out there now. And it's probably going to be the last one, thanks to Kojima going bye-bye. But I'm not pinning any blame on him because I've heard what happened. And the whole Kojima-Konami thing, who's being a bigger asshole to who, I don't know. But apparently, this is the last. Well, then again, he said, how many times did he say it was going to be the last Metal Gear, and all of a sudden, like, 3 or 4 more came out? But anyway, this game does have its flaws, like every other masterpiece of a game does. But what I've noticed is that other reviewers have neglected to point out the more obvious flaws, or they're just, you know, they're praising them for some reason when there's no excuse of them being praised. Now, don't get me wrong, I had no problem beating the game or anything. I mean, this game is pretty much like, you know, as they're making it sound like a freaking God himself handcrafted this and handed it down to the mortals to make it into a physical copy, which it's pretty damn close to it too. But it does have its flaws, and I'm here to justify it. For instance, it pulled a Batman Arkham Knight, and by that I mean, hang on, where's it at? It's, by the way, Arkham Knight is a good game. I don't care what people say. And when I say it pulls an Arkham Knight is because when you play the story of Batman, everything is all hunky-dory until everything after Scarecrow, where you either have to capture a certain amount of enemies in order to get a ending, as in a normal ending, or do every single bullshit under the fucking sun, fucking moon, just to get the good ending, which everyone just might as well just YouTube it and watch it. There are even reviewers out there that just said, fuck it, I'm watching it on YouTube, and I don't blame them. Whereas Metal Gear Chapter 1, where you have about a good 32 missions, 32 individual missions that are not alike each other. They are completely different from each and every single other mission, and that's good. And when you get to the kick-ass boss fight, which was pretty damn challenging, might I add, then you get the ending. And they should have stopped it there. But instead, they go to Chapter 2, where I'm pretty sure that this is the whole Kojima thing happened, because multiple missions that you have played in Chapter 1 end up back here, and you have to replay them. As in, same missions, same locations, same dialogue, same mission briefings, same enemies, same everything. But that's only for, like, maybe 10 missions, 10 random missions that they pulled from Chapter 1 to stick it up here. Now, the only difference is either extreme difficulty, you go in there completely naked and figure it out on your own, or total stealth, which I didn't have a problem with. I went with like just about every other total stealth mission out there, just so I could watch the next 15 minutes of the story, or what was left of it, seeing as how they decided to pull chunks out of it, or didn't even decide to create the chunks to be put in, like the Man on Fire. I want to know how, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you want to as well. Or maybe they did explain it now, and I just haven't looked it up yet. If so, my bad. But if not, I want to know. Now, as far as the characters go, I'm not going to get into a spoiler alert with Snake, but you get the horse, which I found pretty symbolic. And as I was riding on out, I was thinking to myself, shades of the boss. And then, of course, you get D-Walker, which I've never once used, and I don't intend to. You get D-Dog, which a lot of people are citing him as one of the best, as probably the best character as a side buddy. But then you got the Sniper Quiet, which I'm probably gonna get like some negative comments about this, but she's the best character. She's the best side buddy for Snake. Why? Because the second you land, you can have her scout out, and you can find and she can give you just about every single piece of intel out there. Enemy locations, weapon placements, prisoners. Heck, she's even showed me, like, a prime target that needed to be dealt with. And whenever worst case scenario, if I ever got caught and I couldn't suppress the situation, all I had to do was have her kill somebody, and all their attention went to her, as if they completely forgot my existence, and I could just go and do what I need to get done. Now, I'm not taking anything away from D-Dog. He's fine, he's cool. I just personally prefer Quiet. Now, I'm about to get into like a good 5-minute conversation about a certain situation. People having a problem with everything about her. Okay, number one, you got reviewers out there that had to subject her as a sex object for gamers out there. You know what? You know what? Don't even pull that bullshit with me, okay? Because for those that are Metal Gear fans, that are about that whole, oh, she's nothing but a sex toy for stereotypical people that just want to have a 5-knuckle shuffle and looking at her. You know what? Just stop for a second, and I'm gonna put out some names out there, okay? Wolf, Eva, Naomi, the fucking B&Bs. So, all of you, just shut the hell up and stop being a hypocrite. Just because you see her walking around wearing practically nothing than a bra, it's nothing new when it comes to Kojima. Oh, and don't forget Mistral from Revengeance. Yeah, I'm bringing her in too. She's just as revealing. Or do I need to bring up robot hands on her ass in the Wolfblade DLC? Yeah, I remember that. You got people out there that are bitching and moaning about, oh, she's half naked, even though, number one, it's explained why she's like that. For fuck's sake, she's in the very beginning of the game, fully clothed, and she was caught on fire. She should have been dead, but they explain her situation later on in the game. And number two, it's because if you read anything online, Kojima had her like that to inspire sales and cosplayers. I'm not seeing a problem here. I even got friends, female friends, might I add, who are just as much as who are just as much as big a gamers that as I am, or maybe even more, have come to sense that. Well, they have sense. They have the sense to say out loud they don't care how she looks. A gamer girl can look just as slutty as she wants to, as long as it makes sense. The only thing that a specific female friend of mine has with her, the only problem that she does has is her tits lacking logic in that bra. Her tactical tits lacking the logic, because she was talking about how they would just fly everywhere. And you know what? She brings up a good point. So, okay, the tits are in question, but other than that, she had absolutely no problem with her design, appearance, and her physicality. Nothing. Not even her outfit. As a matter of fact, she openly admitted that the whole half-naked thing works. It works out for a mute sniper. So I don't understand why people have to break her down like that when we've all played games that have the same similar thing. The Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, even Resident Evil. They're gonna be in video games, so people need to stop bitching. It just goes all the way back to that whole video games promote violence. So what are they gonna start saying? Video games promote sexism? I swear to Christ, it better not. So there goes my good 5-minute rambling about tactical tits. I think I accomplished great things today. Other than that, I would say buy this game and personally, beat the entire game once, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, the whole Chapter 2 thing, and then pretty much, for new game modes, and, for those that aren't a big fan of the whole 150 side mission things like I am, just pretty much complete Chapter 1, call it a game over, and start a new game. Other than that, this game definitely is one of the best and Game of the Year contender. But does it earn a 10 out of 10? Not really. No. I give this game an 8 out of 10. Even with its flaws, it's still a good game. But because even if it is a good game, the flaws itself is just too much out there for me to even so much as give this game a 9 out of 10. I think an 8 is fair enough, especially since, hey, you know what, if this was going to be his last game, and if Kojima was the bigger asshole, he could have been like, hey, you know what, I'm going to have some decency and common courtesy to, make a good last impression with the people that I've worked with for years and years to make the best damn game ever and put more thought into the story. Or maybe it was everyone else being an asshole to Kojima, where Kojima was like, you know what, fuck all you, I don't need this right now. So, debates aside, it's unfortunately this game fell under arguments. It just fell under, what's the word I'm looking for? Do I want to say conflict of interest? Fuck it. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm, not even half awake for this. So, I'm just going to wrap this up. For those, and if you want more, well, you're obviously going to get more, but if you like what I had to say, or you hate what I had to say, feel free to comment, feel free to subscribe, and if there's a game out there that you would like me to review, don't be afraid to send me a suggestion, okay? Until then, this is Church of Invincible Lincoln, signing off.